Welcome to Talking Sports with Maurice's 2025 NFC North Season Preview.
All right. Coming at you live and direct from Me&S Pizza, Granite Park in Fresno. We are breaking down the NFC North, and this has been pretty eventful afternoon.
It's been colorful.
I like that. Yo, the NFC North. We're going to have some difference of opinions on how all this is going to break down in the NFC North. And we are starting in the Windy City with the Chicago Bears. Leo, you start off first with the Chicago Bears. Chicago.
Yeah, well, the Chicago Bears, they're a young team. I don't see them getting very many wins this year. This is another make-or-break quarterback where we're at. Caleb Williams, he's got to come. He's got to show the talent that he's worth it to the Windy City.
Yeah.
He's really got to, he's got to get the ball more to DJ Moore. He's got to be able to find his receivers downfield. I feel like he holds the ball way too long, which really contributes to him getting sacked a lot. He does have a lot of talent on the offensive side. It's their defense where I'm concerned. I don't see Caleb Williams being able to put up 30 points a game. I don't see him leading them to victory on that many occasions, especially with the schedule that they have this year. It's going to be a tough road for the Chicago Bears this year.
Speaking about that schedule, tough. That's. I mean, depending how you look at it, right? Let's just break down the beginning of their half of their season, right? We got Minnesota off the bat. Grudge game. You're either at the end of the division.
Monday Night Football.
Oh, that's
Monday Night Football.
Classic drag out, knock down, mud in your cleats, somebody's getting their teeth knocked out type of football. That's what we're expecting. And then follow that, you got to go to Detroit. Detroit has shown that consistently they play playoff style football. Can you rise to the challenge? Do you have enough players? Did you bring enough warriors to the battlefield? We don't know. Doesn't look like it right now. Then you got Dallas. Hey, maybe you can upset America's team.
Don't knock Dallas's talent.
All right. Then we got the Las Vegas, Oakland, LA Raiders. And looking at that, you got Washington right after that. We got New Orleans. Baltimore's a tough one. And it just keeps going. If we count out the L's.
That's nasty.
Let's count out the L's. Let's do the count out the L's, right?
That's nasty.
Minnesota. Is that an L?
Yes.
L. We're all considered. Detroit.
Yep.
L.
Yep.
Dallas.
Possibility.
I want them to win that game, but it's going to be an L. Right? Raiders. Geno Smith's Raiders. What's going on?
That's an L.
Pete Carroll's Raiders.
Two black quarterbacks going at it. Head to head.
Please refer to the... Just a moment. I need to talk to my agent and see if it's okay for me to have these conversations. In September 28th in Las Vegas, Nevada, the Chocolate Bowl will be 1:25 p.m. So I'm going to give them a win at the Raiders. Whoa. I'm going to give them a win at the Raiders. So right now they're sitting at 3-1. Do they beat the Commanders?
No.
All right, so they're 1-4 now. The Saints, Aints.
Nope.
Oh, they're not going to beat the Aints.
And this is
They're not going to beat the
Aints. And this is going to be one of those particular games where the Chicago Bears have an advantage. They might be the favorites in this game. Caleb Williams, Spencer Rattler. Who's the better quarterback?
One win on the record, 4 losses, right?
In the Windy City. They're playing in Chicago.
So they're playing in Chicago, but they're playing your Chocolate City team.
It's not mine.
Again, at Play Niner, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns to share.
Not mine.
All right.
Baltimore.
They're not beating Baltimore. So they're beating the Saints? No? So they're 1-5. They're not beating Baltimore. 1-6. Cincinnati. They're not beating them. That's 1-7. The new revamped Giants.
The
Beanstalk
Giants on defense. They're gonna beat the Chicago Bears. Watch out. The Chicago Bears and the New York Football Giants. This is going to be a great game. One, you at this time you don't know who's going to be quarterbacking for the New York Football Giants.
So
you don't know.
Regardless of quarterback, they're taking a loss.
Yeah, I'm rolling with the G man.
1-9 Minnesota, 1-10. Right.
LL, maybe
Pittsburgh, Philly, Green Bay. Do they beat Cleveland?
Look at the defense.
Do they beat the Shiloh-less Cleveland?
They're rolling the dice on.
Look at the defense of
Green
these
Bay?
teams. Defense.
So you got them at 1 win this season.
I see them in the Arch Manning lottery.
Wow, they look like they're a front runner.
Yep.
All right, Chicago natives. I know that you guys have like paratroopers jumping off of buildings, and you got like curfews and everything.
I can't find 5 wins for the Chicago Bears. I can't. I look. I search.
That's a confirmation at bottom of the conference. That's what that is. I mean, the division and the conference, really.
Leo, who's coming in third?
So this is going to be another one of my controversial takes. I do see the Green Bay Packers taking third. They have an explosive offense. However, they have a really tough schedule this year. It's going to be really tough for the Green Bay Packers to be able to come up in that division. I do see the Minnesota Vikings being a little better than them this year, especially with a healthy offense. So, I mean, for me, I really feel like Green Bay has a great team. They do have a great offense. They have a great run game, especially, in the last 2 years, they've had a really great run game to take the pressure off of Jordan Love. However, I don't see them, doing very well with the schedule that they have. This division is going to be contended for. I mean, at the end of the day, this is going to be one of the tougher divisions in the league.
I've agreed with a lot what you've said, as far as with, what we talked about, but I strongly disagree. G, what's going on?
Green Bay is shown and earned the right to the best team in this division.
Right. Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
They put in the work. They put in the wins. They made the adjustments. At whether he's a
Michael
playoff,
Parsons.
whether he's a playoff factor or not, he's definitely a regular season factor. And he's going to open up. They're going to win the turnover battle every time. Every time they're going to speed up the quarterbacks. You're going to see more interceptions. They're just going to dominate overall on defense, which with a running game, as you said, come on, Leo, they got this. The Minnesota, do they have any of that?
Now, when it comes down to my Minnesota Vikings, it's hard to tell if they're going to be a 7-win team, and they end up with 11. If they're going to be a non-playoff team, they end up going to the playoffs. I can't, for some reason, for the last several years, I cannot get the Minnesota Vikings correct.
They're an emotionally unstable team.
It's all on you. Vikings. I like them. I like them, though. I like them.
The Minnesota Vikings,
the
Minnesota Vikings, they have a potent offense. TJ Hawkinson is one of the better tight ends in the league. When he absolutely takes over a game, Minnesota is hard to stop. They really have a great system there. Their defense has always been strong. I don't see them being able to put up 30 or 40 points a game, especially against some of these harder teams like Cincinnati. When they play Cincinnati,
not a whole lot of gritty.
I don't see it. I mean, they have the ability to go off. Like I said, this is going to be one of those divisions where anybody could win it. It depends on what version of the Chicago Bears we do get. It depends on what version of the Minnesota Vikings we get. It depends on what version of the Green Bay Packers we get this year.
So where do you have the Vikings as far as the division goes?
I see them taking second. This year. I see at least 9 wins for them. I really do feel as long as their defense can meld together, especially with a lot of the new players that they're bringing in. They drafted really strongly on the defensive side.
They did
do that. And so they really do have the ability to be great. We've seen what Philadelphia did by injecting fresh young faces into their defense. It was a way to change the game for them.
Yeah,
I really do see Minnesota being one of the top defenses this year, as well as Detroit. I mean, Detroit is for me. Detroit is the winner of this division. They have a great young team. They have a great young defense. You've seen how dangerous they are. They made it into the playoffs last year. I really do see them winning the division personally, but it really is a toss-up.
Who's the quarterback for Detroit this year?
That's the thing.
It's still Jared Goff.
Yeah.
It's still Jared Goff. And again, we are butting heads today.
Right.
We've never had so many disagreements.
Right.
You know, we had some disagreements about Kansas City. You know, and we got some disagreements about Green Bay. You know, for sure.
So how do you see it? How do you have it?
Me, personally, myself, you know, I look at what Green Bay has been doing over the last couple of seasons, and they've been doing this. Don't forget about that ass whooping they put on Dallas a couple seasons ago.
The BTA?
Yes.
Okay.
Boots to ass.
Okay.
Okay? So I look at the Green Bay Packers as set up nicely in this division. I like Josh Jacobs. I like Jordan Love. I'm the first one that 2 years ago that said give Jordan some love, give Jordan some love, give Jordan some love. That was me.
On record.
Right? So I like the cheeseheads. With my Minnesota Vikings, that's where my heart is at, of course, you know, all day, every day. But I'm just looking at how all this is going down. I don't really think it's a division that's open like the NFC West. I don't think it's a division like that. Far as with the Detroit Lions, they got all the talent in the world. But I feel like sometimes Dan Campbell can make those coaching mistakes. You know, he can bite off more than he can chew.
Dan Gamble.
What I'm saying is like sometimes his coaching staff, he can overcoach. You know, the multiple 2-point conversions he had against Dallas. You know, ineligible man. You know, that was like he wouldn't go for it. He went again. The multiple 4th down attempts that he went and with the San Francisco game, right?
In the words of my boy Kale's, chances make champions.
But that's him, and that's the Detroit Lions. It's 4th and 5. They're on their own 27-yard. I watched the game again.
That's Detroit.
Against
what they do.
the Houston Texans. You know, but it will cost them. That's my concern. That's why I don't have the Detroit Lions winning this division.
Run the division down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it. What do you got?
Packers, Lions, Vikings, Chicago.
What do you got, Leo?
Lions, Minnesota, Packers, Bears.
I personally, I got Detroit number 1, playing games with you all. After that, I got the Packers with a close second. Both teams going to the playoffs. Minnesota, after that, you're out. Chicago, keep building. You were never in it. You know, so let's just get down to the nitty gritty. And we know there's 2 playoff teams coming out of this division. The 2 playoff teams are going to be Detroit and the Packers. All right, he said it. You said as long as he said
Packers. Packers. All right, thank you so much for tuning in. You've been watching Talking Sports with Maurice, breaking down the NFC North. Stay tuned for more content. Fuck Kansas City.